Israel's standard playbook. They assassinate, they kill, they murder, they rape, and then deny it happened. And then when they're caught, they then say, are you sure? And then they say it's terrorists or Hamas. Then they'll say they'll investigate, and nothing ever comes of the investigation. It's an indictment on the rest of the world that Israel's been allowed to get away with this now for 18 months in Gaza, but 77 years in Palestine. Anytime an Israeli spokesperson opens their mouths, we should believe that the first thing that comes out of there is a lie. Israel doesn't concern itself with how the world sees itself. It only concerns itself with what America and its Western allies that enable this genocide. They're not concerned with what lay people think, what you and I think, Charlotte. They only care about their genocidal campaign, which is aided and abetted by a West that continues to give Israel the legitimacy that it craves, diplomatic legitimacy, military legitimacy, and media legitimacy. It's never going to admit it made a mistake, because genocides are when you are actively looking to wipe out an entire people. Benjamin Netanyahu is clear, categoric. He wants to enact Donald Trump's plan to evacuate or create the circumstances where every Gazan in Gaza, every Palestinian in Gaza leaves. There's no room for them to be apologizing. They're not going to apologize. From Shireen Abu Akleh to every Palestinian journalist that has been assassinated, to the medics, to the Palestinians that are hostages in the Israeli gulags, raped to death, starved. This is a genocidal, racist regime hell-bent on destroying Palestinians, every last one of them, every last grain of resistance. It's time for the world to hold itself to a higher standard and to intervene. We need military action. This country is not going to stop on its own. Don't worry about the lies that Israel said about the 40 beheaded babies. President Biden said he'd seen that picture. We know this was a lie. The systematic rapes, a lie. Every accusation Israel puts about the Palestinians ends up being a confession. What we do know is that there have been Palestinian babies beheaded by Israeli armaments. What we do know is that Palestinians have been raped to death by Israeli prison guards. Israel's not concerning itself with what a press report. They're only concerned about all of Palestine with as few Palestinians as possible. That's what settler colonialism is. That's what racist genocidal states and countries do. And it's time for the world to boycott this country, to divest from it, and to sanction it, as we did in apartheid South Africa. The Zionist regime as it exists today must end. In fact,